Okay, I'd like to quickly demonstrate the proposed patch for structural couples and structural force. This is a proposed patch for a matter of convenience. What I'll demonstrate here is both with and without the patch. So we have a model with a body and a rigid offset, which for most entities or most elements within Blender, the offset can be both a distance as well as an orientation. Currently, structural couples and forces can have a offset but not an orientation. I'm asking that the orientation be included, and I'll show you why in a moment. What we have here on that rigid offset is a couple. The couple is shown here. The longest direction shows that this is pointed up in the z-axis, so basically its z is it's in the global orientation, as is the body at the moment. So so we have this structural couple, and it has a unit drive around the z-axis. So we'll show this is the couple. It's a follower couple, and it has a template drive with a unit drive about drive 3, which would be the z-axis. So when we build this model and run the model, as expected, the model spins about the z-axis. Now, what I'm interested in being able to do is, rather than change the template drive, I'd like to be able to just take the offset, and as is done in many other Blender elements, grab it, move it, let's say, over here, and rotate it so that it's pointed about the x-axis. Now, if we rotate it this way, it's still what you'd like to do is to have this spin around the x-axis, but what happens is, under the current unpatched structural couple, the orientation, the offset, has no bearing, and so if we build this and run it, it'll run exactly as it did before. The body spins about the z-axis, and this offset just spins around along with it. So what I'd like to be able to do is, with this simple patch, be able to take my structural couple here, and I'll show how it would behave if we add the patch. If we add the patch, then when we run the model, as I would like it to see, it now spins around the x-axis. The same is true for structural forces. So if we take this structural couple, remove it, and now what we want to do is to make that a structural force. Let's see, make this a force, structural force. Make it follower, again without the orientation patch. It has that same template drive, so it's a unit drive about the third one, which would be the z-axis. And I'd like, with this offset being pointed off into the x-axis, for the force to be applied there. But without the patch, you'll see that instead everything moves as if the force is applied here in the z-axis. And instead, if we apply the patch right here, we'll see the object will run off. Wait a minute, that is a mistake. We'll fix it quickly. I'll take this, I'm going to edit it. Let me see here, go over here, there we go, edit it. Okay, now, but we have the orientation patch. Now let me just very quickly get rid of that because it's not used for anything. And here we go, we'll take this and run. Now with the patch, you'll see the object goes off in the x direction, which is what I'd like for it to do. And if that was too fast, I'll just we can bring in the keyframes and we can animate and watch it go. See, so it'll move off in the x direction. Okay, that's it for the patch. It'll be posted on the user forum.